What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of The Room, where having a healthy mind is priority, man. Now, I know you guys see the title of this episode, but before I get into that, just want to let you guys know, what you can expect in season 2, man. First and foremost, I always had this idea, to break down this series into seasons. Kind of like to give it like an episodic feel, Sometimes when you do things with a certain intention, depending on how deeply involved you are in it, sometimes certain energy that you would like to be a part of what you're doing might not be ready for what it is exactly that you're doing. If I'm making sense, man. So, long story short, I had to reevaluate. I had to rethink, regroup, restructure, and just come at this, from a whole different perspective, and really understand that not everybody is as ready as you are when it comes to trying to gain a healthy mental and really start on that journey and start on that process to just be 100% fully healthy when it comes to the mental, So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the new structure and just the new just the new format I'm gonna be introducing everybody, man. Still gonna have the same concept. Everything that I do as far as this series is concerned, everything coincides with mental health and having a healthy mental. Whether it's sitting down with someone who's going through their life story, someone who's going through some traumatic experiences, someone who might just come on here to talk about something like work and what goes on there. Everything will always tie in to having a healthy mental, because just like I stated before, this goes with you everywhere, man. It goes with you everywhere. So if this ain't healthy, you might want to figure some things out. But you're not alone. That's what I'm here for, man. So it's going to be a lot of new things. Definitely going to get more into doing reaction videos. Preferably, mental health videos, and just giving my perspective and or advice. Motivation videos. You guys could definitely look out for that. A lot of motivational videos coming. And, taking it back to the basics with videos like this. Just me by myself, talking about a specific topic, trying to have my little one-on-one with you guys. And then we also still going to have our sessions. If you have not seen, if this is the first time you're watching me as far as this series is concerned and you haven't seen anything, man, turn me off right now. Revert back to episode 1 of season 1 and just watch it straight through. And just see if you, whether you relate or just like everything that I'm talking about and everything that I'm trying to do, man. So, yeah, man, that's what you guys can expect with season 2, man. A lot of motivational videos, a lot of reaction videos, still videos like this, me by myself, still sessions. So, hope you guys stick around. Hope you enjoy it, man. Without further ado, y'all see the title, Forgiveness. Let's get to it. Now to the title of today's episode, man. Title of today's episode is Forgiveness, man. This is a big one for me. And I feel like I've already been talking too much. So without further ado, we're gonna get straight to it, and I'm gonna let you guys know exactly why I chose, this topic for the first episode in season 2, Okay, so forgiveness, man. Those of you who know me on a personal level probably, maybe, might know this, but a lot of people don't. So this will be the first time of me, I guess, breaking it down on camera. So To start back in the beginning, man, I was born September 9th, 1990. Yes, I am 30 years old. I know it's hard to believe, you know, highly favored, still highly handsome, you know what I mean? So I understand. But September 9th, 1990, I believe 10:30 a.m., man. I was born Hector Calderon. That was my birth name, my name on my birth certificate. That was me. My sperm donor, as you know, as I like to call it, biological, whatever, you know, has that name. I was a junior. Long story short, I don't have the typical story of, you know, my father wasn't there and, you know, that's why I hate him and, you know, etc., etc. My sperm donor was around till I was about 2 years old. Tried to be around after that, and to be honest with you, still to this day, I know where he's at. If I ever wanted to stand in front of that man, you know, I know where he's at. But I choose not to because I have memories of certain things that he did, and memories that you shouldn't even have at the age 1 or 2 years old, man. So I remember a lot that I'm not gonna lie to you. Now being an adult, I can honestly say that, you know, I did suffer a little bit as far as PTSD. It was a traumatic experience to witness the things that I did witness, and it kind of plays a part into why I move a certain way when it comes to women, and why I just don't do a lot of things, man. I know I'm talking but not really being clear, man. On a later episode, I'll really get down into detail, but I just wanted to, you know, keep what this episode is about. So long story short, yeah, I don't have that typical story. The man that I do call my father, the man that raised me, I don't believe in the word stepfather. This is my father. Him and my mother, after being together for forever, finally got married. I might get the date wrong, but I want to say 2015, 2016. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Please don't kill me if I'm wrong. But yeah, got married. I originally had wrote a song, you know, as a present to them, as a wedding present. You actually could watch the video on this channel. The song is called "Thank You." It's a dedication to my mother and my father. It's actual video. It's actual footage, you know, from their wedding. But that's neither here nor there. So my first initial thing was to, you know, give them that as a gift, the song. They ended up postponing it another year. Then the following year, they finally got married, and I decided to finally go through with something that I've always wanted to do since I can remember. I've always wanted to change my name legally. You know, my biological's name was on my birth certificate, and when the child is a minor, you need, you know, consent from both parents. So, you know, that didn't work. But as a grown man, 25, I believe, when I finally got it done, that turned out to be my gift to both of them, you know. And mainly to my father. Like I said, I don't use the word stepfather. I don't even believe in that word. He never treated me like I wasn't his. Never looked at me like I wasn't his. Never, you know, he just didn't do a lot of the things that people are always scared of happening when it comes to not being, you know, around your biological man. That is my biological, if you ask me. As far as my concern, the man that raised me is my biological. That's my father. So I decided in 2015 that I wanted to finally go through with legally changing my name, and just going about life the way I wanted to. Now, for some people, a name change is just, you know, it's regular. But for me, I felt like the name Hector Calderon, I feel like it just held so much negativity, and it left an unnecessary weight on my shoulders. It's kind of hard to explain, but when you grow up with something that you're kind of forced to have, and you know you want no parts of it for whatever reason, but you know you want no parts of it, when you finally get rid of it, it makes you feel like you finally have like the fresh start you was looking for. Makes you feel like, you know, the weight is off your shoulders. Like you're good now. Now you can finally just do whatever it is you want to do. Go about it in the right way. We just all get that feeling when it comes to making a big decision that we always wanted to make. And that's a decision that's been in my head since I was a kid. Wasn't able to do it. As a grown man, parents are finally getting married. Decided to just say, fuck it. This is what I'm doing. My father's last name is Bonet. B-O-N-E-T. And that's what I was going to do. Shout out to my younger brother, my little brother. He's the baby of the family. He rushes to the living room one day and just throws out the name Desmond. It says, you know, that'll sound fire. I played around with it at first. You know, didn't really like it. Just, you know, just wanted to get a feel for it. You know, just started writing down. You know, written by, performed by, you know, directed by. Just trying to see, you know, just how the name would look, man. Long story short, it's obvious. I fell in love with the name. Found out a little later on that the name came from my little brother's one of his favorite video games. So shout out to you for that. So I'm officially named after a video game. But I finally went through with it. Court documents, changed everything. Birth certificate, driver's license, whatever it is you could think of, I did it, man, and officially became Desmond Bonet. You know, same last name as my father, same last name as my mother. So that was a big thing for me. You know, and I bring that up because I held on to a lot of the things that I remembered from my biological, or, you know, sperm donor, as I like to call him. And when I changed my name, I had that feeling like, you know, finally this weight is off my shoulders. I get to live the way I want to live, in a sense. You know, I don't have to hear that name. I don't have to deal with that name any longer. Like, I'm just, you know, I'm good. You know, I did something that I always wanted to do. Like, I'm straight. You know, life is about to be amazing now. It felt like that the first month, 2 months, 3, maybe even 6 months. And then as time went on, I realized that it didn't change the way I felt towards that person. You know, and let me know that I still had a lot of hate in my heart. I still had a lot of resentment in my heart. And I just had some things that I wasn't over, you know. And if you let anybody else tell it, any of my family members, anytime that person was brought up, you know, I would just go from 0 to 100, you know, from sitting on the couch, calm, quiet, and then now I'm on 10. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk about it. You know, if I ever see that man, it's on sight, that type of feel. And basically, I just realized the same realization that I had with wanting to start the process of having a healthy mental, you know, dealing with depression, dealing with anxiety, and just trying to figure everything out while you're working on getting healthy. The same realization, which was I just got tired of feeling a certain way. I got tired of a lot. So I took the initiative and made the conscious decision to just make a change. And that's been one of the best decisions I've ever made, because it's got me this far. You know, I'm happy, I'm glowing, I'm good. You know, YouTube is doing amazing. Still got a whole lot of work to do, which I'm never afraid of. Always up for the task of, you know, hard work. Still got the podcast with my brother, link in the description down below. So, you know, I do feel good, but recently the name was brought up again, and it let me know that I'm not as good as I thought I was. And which is cool, which is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing to be ashamed. The main important thing is to acknowledge that. And now you got to make the conscious decision. what are you going to do to, not hold on to those things anymore? What are you going to do to not feel that way anymore? Which brings me to forgiveness. See, a lot of the times the reason why it's hard for us to forgive, and I mean us as, us as people, you want to know what's one of the main things that comes to mind when it comes to, us as a people, with the whole thing with for forgiving. We tend to think that it's being done for the other person, which then turns to us just kind of, I guess, postponing the process, procrastinating, if you will. And it's really not it. It's really, really not it. You forgiving someone honestly has nothing to do with that other person. Not one bit. And I had to, sit and soak that in and really, really come to terms with that. Me deciding to forgive is not for the other person, it's for me. And that's something that I had to do recently, Some people do things differently. Maybe for some of you guys watching, it'll be best for you to sit down in front of whoever it is, whoever wronged you or whoever did anything to anyone you love. Maybe it'll be easier for you to sit down in front of that person, talk it out, figure it out, and then I guess, that will push you to forgive and just choose to live whichever way you want to live. But for me, I don't need a conversation with this man. I don't need to see this man. If I walk past this man, I know just last week, not even, a full month ago, but I know last week if I was to cross paths with that man, first thought in my head would be to just get violent. Whether that's swinging a punch, whatever it is. I just know that my headspace was very different just a week ago. And it takes a lot, but the realization in it, to me, is the best part of it. And like I said, not to keep repeating myself, but I just realized that forgiving someone isn't for them. It's for me. It's for me. I'm tired of hearing that name and, getting angry and having just flashbacks of the things that I remember. I know PTSD is real, but that doesn't mean we have to live in it. That doesn't mean you have to suffer from whatever it is that you're suffering from. Which is why I like to say I deal with depression. I deal with anxiety. I don't suffer from depression. I don't suffer from anxiety. And that's how I'm going about it with this. I don't want to be upset when I hear the name. I don't want to have certain thoughts in my head. And at the end of the day, man, at 30 years old, it's time to not hold on to things that are constantly bringing you down. Shout out to my brother Lade, man. We just put out a episode to our podcast, and one of the things that was discussed on the episode was the fact that when you live in the past, it's basically a way of holding yourself back. It's basically a way of holding yourself down. And I just got to a point to where I'm tired of it. I don't like the way that feels. I know as a kid it's like a normal thing. You get angry, you want to fight, and just all the emotions that go through it, and just all the emotions that come with that. But as you get older, man, it's not fun. It's not. Like it's nothing good about it. There's nothing happy about it. There's nothing comforting about it. Not one bit, man. It becomes exhausting. It's draining. You kind of find yourself running in a sense, because you're doing everything possible to not be around that person, and to not cross paths with that person. That in a sense you start to just avoid your way of living, because you're always worried that you're gonna bump into, you know, this person, and it's just gonna bring you down. It's gonna mess up your mood. You might, you know, get in trouble. Whatever the thought process is, man, it's just not good. I know everyone has their own individual thought process with certain things, but I know everyone has a collective. And I'm pretty sure, you know, if you're watching this right now, I'm pretty sure you could agree with me, man. Being stressed out is not it. Feeling drained is not it. Waking up and having negative thoughts in your head, just waking up and being around negativity, it's not it. It's not it. So I made the decision for myself to forgive. And I mean that. I mean that. You know, with everything in me, man, every ounce of my body, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I forgive. I forgive my biological father for everything that he did. You understand me? And I know my mother is in an amazing relationship right now with my father, you know, with the man that raised me. You know, I'm 30, Dave. Whew, I want to say 27. I could be wrong once again. Oh, man. I know I'm going to get killed throughout this video, but 27 years. They just celebrated an anniversary on September 11th, 2 days after my birthday, man. So I know she's in an amazing place with an amazing man, you know, the guy that raised me, man. So I know now as an adult, I don't have no worries. She's well taken care of. There's a ton of love and affection there, you understand me? So me holding on to hurt or me holding on to hate is not good, and it's not benefiting nobody, man. So no matter what you're going through in life, no matter what anyone has ever done to you, whether they did something physically to you, whether they just hurt you with words, whatever it is that person has done to you, man, understand it's way better to forgive for your peace of mind, to forgive for your heart, and to allow yourself to move on properly, knowing that you don't hold any grudge towards anyone, that you don't hold any resentment towards anyone, and to know that you're living with nothing but 100% pure positivity and love. Before I let you guys go, just imagine waking up every single day to nothing but positive vibes. Go outside, walk down to the store. Hey, good morning. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? You had some good sleep last night? Yes, I did, boy. How about you? Just imagine that. You wake up in the morning. If you're in a relationship, just imagine waking up every morning next to your significant other and there's not 1 ounce of negativity or drama in the air. It's all 100% positivity. That's the reason why you should forgive. That's the reason why forgiving is very important. And always remember, if there's one thing that you don't take out this video, make sure that this one thing is what you take out. Forgiving is for you, not them. You take care of you at all costs. You deserve to be healthy all around. You deserve to be physically healthy. You deserve to have a healthy soul. But most importantly, you deserve to have a healthy mind. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, man. Once again, I go by the name of Desmond Bonet, your highly favored, still handsome, a little amazing if I must say so myself, man. I am your host, Desmond Bonet, and this was an official episode of The Room, where having a healthy mind is priority. I'll see you guys next Sunday for another episode, man. Let's get healthy, people.